The number one go-to I do is actually I do steaks on the pellet grill, and because we have the flame broiler function where you can have a direct flame, it's like 1,000 degrees above a direct flame, so we can char the steak, and then we can smoke it. We can reverse smoke it and then char it at the end and sear it. There's a ton of versatility in that. And I'll tell you a little story. I had a really good friend of mine. He came over and we did steaks, and I do a really basic marinade, half soy sauce, half balsamic vinegar. It's super easy, and then I dust them with steak salt. So I mean nothing, and I don't do it for 2 days. I don't inject. I don't do. So it's super basic. So they come over, is him and his family, and we do steaks, and we've done that more than once, and I know it always turns out great. And the problem with having a pellet grill is I actually become a lot more critical when I go into a steakhouse, because I'm like, I can do it better at home. So anyways, they came over, we had a great evening together, and so the next day he calls my wife and he goes, what was in that marinade? He figured that it was the marinade that was so great. So my wife told him, and my wife told me, hey, your friend called and asked about that. And I said, yeah, I said, he thinks it's the marinade. Well, he has a gas grill. And so anyways, maybe a week or so goes by, and I see him at church, and he comes walking up, and I said, how'd that marinade work out? and he goes, how much for a pellet grill? So he was tired of hearing from his kids how Uncle Jeff could make steaks so much better than he could make. And he's been a pellet head ever since. So it makes a huge difference. And steaks and a piece of meat like that is expensive. It's an investment when you actually go and buy steaks, and it's not like buying ground beef. So it's when they come out, and it's better than restaurant quality. That's very satisfying. And I'm no grill expert. I mean, I love the business. I really enjoy cooking as an average guy, but I'm not the guy that spends weekends at barbecue competitions. I don't have that skill set. So that's what I love about our product. It can make any average guy look like he's an expert griller, and or a gal for that matter. Like I was saying earlier, my wife is really, very often I come home and she's grilled, and that's a lot different than before. So she's not intimidated at all. There's not an explosion factor. The kids can go out and start to grill and don't have to worry about it. So
yeah, it was actually about 3 months ago. My wife said, because I've had the grill or the competition series for about, I don't know, probably 8 months now, and she looks outside and she's like, one of these days you're gonna have to show me how to do that. And I was like, see a little button right there? Just plug it in and push that little button, and then work it through your app. And she's like, you mean that entire time this is all you've been doing? You just kind of set it and forget it? Is this the easy bake oven? And I was like,
you might have given away too much now.